Dayton, Ohio. That is the Nutter Center, part of Wright State University, and your wonderful host of the 2021 OHSAA Volleyball State Championships. Today we get started with the semifinals, and right now we bring you the D4 semifinal number 1, as it's the St. Henry Redskins at 21-6 and the Monroeville Eagles at 23-4. And good afternoon, everybody. Alongside former Ohio State Buckeye Jackie Klein, I'm Dean Linke. And Jackie, always our favorite time of the year.
Oh yeah, especially D4. This is a small town competition, and we've been seeing these teams beat some really tough ones throughout the season to get to this stage.
And let's take a look at the bracket, at how these teams got here. It has obviously been tough for all the teams to make it this far. Monroeville, you can see right there, they knocked off Wellsville. St. Henry beating Fort Laramie. South Webster will have the game a little bit later. And New Knoxville knocking off last year's state champion Tiffin Calvert, which is huge, as New Knoxville also knocked off New Bremen. So certainly will be a fun team to watch. But right now our focus is on Monroeville and St. Henry. So with that, we want to take a look at the keys to today's match, Jackie Klein, as we break down what's going to work for Monroeville and for St. Henry.
So St. Henry's keys to the game today, they're known for their aggressive serving. They need to run a strong offense, but libero Grace Lange and setter Lydia Whirling are going to be vital for the Redskins today to keep their team in system. The keys for Monroeville Eagles is they've got to serve receive. They have got to focus on the game plan. St. Henry serves so well. The Eagles have to stay focused and serve receive so they can pass consistently, and that way they can control the net.
We'll take a look at the players to watch for this one as we get you set. And we'll start with the visiting team. St. Henry listed as the visitors. Who do you got your eye on?
Number 9, Brianna Seifring is the player to watch today. She is a senior outside hitter, 3-year starter, Dean, and is named first team All-MAC 2 years in a row.
Big-time player, Brianna Seifring. Meanwhile, for Monroeville, the player to watch in Jackie Klein's eyes
is, again, number 9, Grayson Yoder. She's a senior middle/outside hitter for the Eagles. We're going to see her play both positions today. She has 525 kills on the year, but she's also a strong defensive threat with 394 digs and 37 blocks.
So there you go. The table is set, the bracket, the keys, and the players to watch. Now a spot in Saturday's state championship game is on the line. Monroeville St. Henry, D4 OHSAA volleyball semifinal number 1. We'll take a break and we'll get you set for this matchup between Monroeville and St. Henry right here on NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, proud supporter of high school athletics and official sponsor of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Mercy Health, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
I'm Sloan Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Hi, I'm Doug Uke, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and uniqueness of all of our participants.
Welcome back to the Nutter Center for our coverage of the OHSAA Division IV Volleyball Semifinals, the first of two, and then Saturday we'll crown a champion. We start with the St. Henry Redskins at 21-6, taking on the Monroeville Eagles at 23-4. Alongside former Buckeye Jackie Klein, I'm Dean Linke, and off we go. The national anthem ready, but more importantly, the fans are here and the fans are ready.
Oh yeah, we're so excited, Dean, to see students in the stands. Last year with the COVID scare, we didn't see a lot of students, but I expect it to be very loud in here.
The Nutter Center, always an outstanding host for the OHSAA. Monroeville, coached by Kendra Snook, who went to Margaretta High School, spent 4 years at Heidelberg University. She's obviously done a magnificent job for the Monroeville Eagles, putting them on the map.
Yeah, I watched them play against Wellsville, and she is just a ball of fire. The energy she brings to the court definitely exudes and falls on these players, and they play because of that energy.
As you see St. Henry right there, you see Trisha Rosenbach. What a story she is on the left. She just had her 6th child 2 weeks ago as the fans look on. That's right, her 6th child, 4 boys, and just had a little girl, as now we're looking at the aforementioned Kendra Snook on the bench for Monroeville. The Monroeville Eagles, Kendra Snook, assisted by Bill Orwig, Lily Hansberger, and Sarah Staler. And by the way, Bill Orwig is her father, who's been her assistant since the start. Another great family story. You and I have been talking already. I mean, volleyball is about family.
Oh yeah, my dad actually was my coach. To have him be on a bench with me would be great. So I'm sure the connection with them throughout this year has been really good.
So Monroeville, located in Huron County, their principal Jim Kaiser, athletic director Ben Paul, and the coach, as I mentioned, is Kendra Snook. St. Henry, located in Mercer County, the athletic director Dennis Wendell. Eric Rosenbach, the husband of Trisha Rosenbach, right there, you saw right there, is the principal at St. Henry. So again, keeping it in the family. Here we go as St. Henry comes in with that 21-6 record. Monroeville with that 23-4 record. In the regional tournament, Monroeville taking down Dalton in 3 sets, Wellsville in 4 sets. St. Henry in the regional tournament taking down Russia in 4 sets and sweeping Fort Laramie to get to this all-important moment, a chance to play on Saturday for a state title.
Yeah, these girls are fired up. I saw it in warm-up. You know, you talk to your players all the time at the beginning of a match of, hey, in warm-up, we need to win. We need to win warm-up, meaning we're more on fire than the other team. And I definitely saw that coming from both teams.
So Monroeville in the dark yellow, St. Henry in the red. The St. Henry Redskins and the Monroeville Eagles. And speaking of the Eagles and the mascot, you got a little story on that, don't you?
Yeah, so Monroeville Eagles, one of the moms, she's the mom of Maddie Daniel. She actually dresses up in their mascot costume. We could see her, Dean. She's right across from us in that hooded eagle costume. She said she did it to embarrass them, but the kids actually liked it.
First serve underway here of the OHSAA D4 semifinal number 1. St. Henry serving. We've got a good rally to start already. Monroeville at the net, tipped over. Tremendous work here by St. Henry. Back row dig coming from Lily White. Big swing with the right arm. Kept alive. Set by Monroeville over to the drop, and dropping in for the first point of the game is Yoder.
So we called her the key player to watch for a reason. We saw her get set 3 times just in that one play.
So a good indication they will be going to Yoder quite a bit. Hannah Lyons serving with a 1-0 lead for Monroeville. And a tremendous swing for St. Henry. The finish right there by Seafrink. So the 2 players you picked to start both score the first points.
Yeah, take a look here. They pushed her a little outside, but she was able to cut it back with the thumb down move.
So with the score tied, St. Henry serving, goes right through Schaefer. Set back pass and the hammer laying down right there. A beautiful finish from Winner.
Carly Winner, she ran a beautiful slide. She received that set from number 7, Lydia Whirling. Like we said, she's going to be a vital part of their offense today.
Beike serving, looking for the first service ace, and will get it.
Unfortunately, that was an unforced error. An unforced error is one that you make on your own side. Not what you want to see at the state titles here.
And back-to-back service aces, and you'll see a whole lot of red for St. Henry as they're off to a great start. 2 service aces in a row and a 3-point lead, 4-1 over Monroeville.
This team, St. Henry, is known for their aggressive serves. I mean, their stats just show it. So that's what we talked about in the keys to the game and how Monroeville is going to have to really be on mark with their serve receive.
Taking a little bit off at the net right there. Tremendous finish again. A winner from Winner. We may say that a few times tonight.
Right. Yeah, I don't think she meant to hit it like that, but hey, a point's a point, right?
And it's 5-1, 4 in a row for St. Henry. Serving for St. Henry is Beike, and another ace. That's 3 service aces for St. Henry.
I know. We said they were going to be a tough serving team, and I'm sure Coach Kendra Snook has said the same thing, but 3 aces in a row.
Trisha Rosenbach, just 2 weeks after having her 6th child, is here and on the bench, which is just incredible. Her husband, the principal at St. Henry, helping me get in touch with her today, and deep that time, and finally Monroeville stops that run, and that was an important point there for Monroeville. They did not want it to get too far away.
Right, the key to the volleyball is keeping the momentum on your side. So hitting the ball out kind of shifted the momentum back to Monroeville.
So Monroeville serving down 4. They go far post from our vantage point, and the finish there for Monroeville. Give the kill to Maddie Daniel.
Maddie Daniel, watch this shot. She hits it straight down right in front of the defender for St. Henry.
So Yoder back to serve. Pretty good serve. First touch not there. Yoder back row. That was not Yoder, my apologies. That was Potts. The set here for St. Henry, and
Seifring for the kill. It dribbled down the blocker's hands onto the side of Monroeville.
So 7-3. Once again, a 4-point lead for St. Henry. And back to serve is Seifring. It looked like that was going to go deep, and it's another service ace as St. Henry piling on service aces. You know how hard it is to get easy points like that. Check this serve out.
Seifring has this ball floating in the air. It actually traveled upward before it reached the libero.
3-year starter for St. Henry is Seifring, captain, 6 rotation player. Part of nearly every serve receive, and there's a point back for Monroeville, tooling the block right there.
Currently, Seifring for St. Henry is targeting Grayson Yoder for Monroe, and Yoder is also targeting Seifring on serves.
The libero, Lily White, tremendous defense, the quarterback of the defense with the serve, and going through the block is St. Henry. So St. Henry gives one up through the block, gets one back through the block, and they got a 5-point lead.
Sometimes it's strategy to hit through the block, Dean. It just kind of ping-pongs off, and it's hard to dig.
So Winner, another senior for this Redskins team for St. Henry. Monroeville gets it over in system. Monroeville will set their offense. Blocked. Kept alive, and now it'll be a free opportunity for St. Henry to set up their offense. They'll go right down the middle, and you knew that was coming. The finish there from Chloe Gels.
Chloe Gels, Lydia, she set it a little tight, but Chloe was drooling all over that. There was only one blocker up there with her.
Gell's just a sophomore, just got moved to the outside hitter role this year, and obviously you can see right there is doing well in that spot. Sometimes finesse works, and the point for Maddie Daniel, as we mentioned, her mom in that outfit, the junior at 5'8" with a big point. So it's 10-5 St. Henry. Monroeville needs to try to get some points running together here as Maddie Clark goes back to serve. Maddie Clark serving to the back row, handled by Seafring, as we just heard Jackie Klein talk about where the targets are going. And Yoder into the net, point back to St. Henry as Yoder tried to elevate, but under the tape.
Yeah, I think the strategy is today is to keep serving the number 9. We've got Yoder in 9, and we've got Seafring in 9. They're trying to take them out of system.
Monroeville overall record 23-4. They trail by 6. That'll go out of bounds. They'll take a service error after being punished by service aces from St. Henry.
Yeah, so here they're going to pass again, and I expect that ball again to go to Seafring. Service error, 3-point for St. Henry.
Back-to-back service errors for both teams, so that's always tough, right? You get a point from a service error, then you give it right back. It's kind of a lost opportunity there. A wash in favor of St. Henry, who has a 6-point lead, 12-6. The speed of play electric here. And there's another service ace as they're approaching 5 service aces. It's been service ace after service ace for St. Henry.
Yeah, this team is just going to bring it. They're going back there totally confident and ready to go.
So St. Henry will talk it over with their head coach, Tricia Rosenbach, who knows this building really well. She played at Wright State University, so she is back home. Tricia Rosenbach played right here. Their sophomore year, they were really great. Their junior year, they beat Michigan State, then had a key player get injured on that team. And after that, it kind of changed the dynamic at Wright State. But how awesome it is for her, as Allie Matters was the player that went down. I don't know if you remember her or not, but Tricia Rosenbach, see her record 117-35.
Yeah, it must be fun to be back in your alma mater and playing. I'm not sure how many times she played in the Nutter Center, but to see yellow and green everywhere, she must feel very comfortable.
Yeah, she did play in the Nutter Center, but not the main building. There's the auxiliary buildings that are courts that she played in. So it'll be a service here off that first timeout with a comfortable lead for St. Henry. They're up 7, trying to make it 8. And wow, that ball's moving. That is tremendous right there. As piling up the points there is Raya Busher.
So you can see Busher is jump serving here. The purpose of a jump serve is for the ball to travel downward, and that's exactly what it did. It dropped right at the feet of the passer for Monroeville.
Waiting for stat broadcast to get us caught up so we can confirm how many service aces, but at the moment, I think there's at least 5. Yoder tries to go down the line, but out of bounds, and St. Henry really has all the momentum right now. It's 15-6, and they are cruising.
We'll see Busher again. Looks like she's targeting zone 1. So her coaches are telling her exactly where to place the ball.
Yoder denied at the net. It'll be another point for St. Henry, and St. Henry is up 10 right now, Jackie, and looking comfortable.
Right, and really, Dean, all of it's coming off of their serve. Monroeville struggling to pass, but there are some nerves that need to be settled in this first set. So we could see Monroeville turn around.
That's a big-time serve, though, isn't it?
Big time.
Yoder can't push it over, and Yoder struggling just a little bit as it's 17-6. As I mentioned, Tricia Rosenbach, the head coach, just had a baby girl 2 weeks ago. She's got a boy, Tyson, who's 11, Eli's 9, Emmett's 8, Trey's 5, Tatum's 2, and their little daughter, Ensley, 2 weeks old. As the serve, again, fantastic. Better work by Monroeville to at least get it over. And St. Henry absolutely plowing through Monroeville right now.
Yeah, Seafring back in action here on the outside. She's now front row. You can see she had an opening both line and cross, and she went cross.
18-6 as the Monroeville coach, Kendra Snook, went to Heidelberg. She's been the head coach at Monroeville for 13 years. As you talked about, she's brought a lot of fire. You watched one of the games, and she's fiery over there.
Yeah, she's small but mighty over there. She is a happy personality, and she definitely is bringing the energy that the girls need. Right now, though, they need to feed off of her. They seem to be nervous, so I hope that she's able to change that momentum for them.
2013, they got the first district championship for any sports team at Monroeville. 2014, they lost it to the regional finals. 2015, they made it to state, graduated 5 seniors. They got them back here in 2018 where they made it to the regionals down to Dayton, and there's a point there for Monroeville. They needed that point right there.
Yeah, unfortunately they were in the net, but nobody saw it. So this might be the turn of events that they're looking for.
Yeah, you see the replay right there. Good catch, Jackie, as we are sitting right near the net, but Monroeville gets the point, they'll take it. Back pass, really good there by St. Henry. The dump picked up as it got held up on the tape. Monroeville, tremendous rally. They get it back to Yoder. Yoder goes right through the block. Point, Monroeville, Yoder.
So Yoder has been bouncing back and forth from hitting outside, the left side, and the middle, and then she even hits on the right side or runs a slide. So we talked about her at the beginning of the match playing middle / outside, and we're seeing that today.
18-8 is the score. Yoder will get it again. Yoder goes deep. Yoder with back-to-back points for Monroeville. And here come the Eagles.
So you see again, Yoder, she's in the middle. She's going to run the slide on the right side, hitting that deep cross court.
Popped in the air. Denied there by Yoder. Yoder, a one-person wrecking crew, dugout back row. The Eagles now showing some fight. Free situation here now for St. Henry, as Yoder had to give an easy one and tooling it off of Yoder in tandem there with Lions. Point St. Henry.
Yeah, setter for St. Henry, Lydia Whirling, has delivered 3 balls in 1 play out to Seafring, and Seafring was able to, on the 3rd one, get the kill.
Back to serve is Grace Lange, a 5'6" senior, kept alive by Monroeville. It'll allow St. Henry to try to get in system on the slide. The back pass, dugout back row by Monroeville. Monroeville starting to awake. They go deep though on that one, and it'll be a point St. Henry as it's 20-9. However, Monroeville showing a little bit of fight here, so they obviously aren't going to win set 1, I would say, but they're showing some grit.
They are. They need the momentum to shift their way just to be ready for the next set. Tremendous drop shot right there by Hannah Lyons, number 7 for Monroeville, but St. Henry was ready. So Lyons now with the set to Yoder. Yoder lays down the hammer. Yeah, Yoder running a 31 in the middle. You can see she did the slide before. Now she's pushed away from the setter in the 31, hitting it cross court deep left side. So back to serve is Lyons. Monroeville down by 10. Looked like it was deflected. Yeah, it'll be a point Monroeville. So Monroeville trying to hang in there, 20-11. Hey, we've seen teams come back from stuff like this. St. Henry got the point back though, so they now have the momentum. 21-11, a 10-point lead. We've got a sub as Coach Trisha Rosenbach will bring on Lauren Bikey, the 5'6" senior to serve. Bikey. Yoder. Yoder goes through the block, and another point for Yoder as she is racking up kills, and she'll go back and serve. Yeah, so St. Henry, they continue to have to stop Yoder. It's probably a blessing that she's now back row, but I expect them to set her there also. Good serve from Yoder. Once again, the back pass, and 2 in it right there. A lot of emotion. Carly Winter, I like the way she plays. I like Carly Winter too. Having her and Seafring in the front row together definitely makes it hard for Monroeville to know which direction they need to block. That's Winter at the net. Seafring to serve right there on your
NFHS Network screen. Overpass and ready to hammer it down was Whirling, just tapped it down on the overpass. That's how good the serve is, Seafring creating the overpass.
Yeah, that's a setter's dream right there on the overpass. They get a chance to get a kill or a block.
Seafring, boy, a lot of St. Henry players, they've got some magic on that serve, and it goes deep. They put so much pressure off the serve that Monroeville really has had trouble getting in system.
Right, they haven't set many balls on the net. We've seen a lot of balls have to set back row to Yoder or even off the net when Yoder is front row, but I'd like to see them get some more hitters involved.
Trying to win set one right here. It's 24-12, and Monroeville trying to hang on, but it'll go to St. Henry. We talk about a dominant performance right there. St. Henry 25-12. Quick thought on that first set.
Yeah, St. Henry totally just brought it with that serve, Dean. I mean, the aces that we saw coming from St. Henry were unstoppable.
Set one goes to St. Henry. We'll take a break on NFHS Network with St. Henry leading Monroeville in the D4 semifinal number 1 set to 0.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, proud supporter of high school athletics and official sponsor of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the gifts to make this your most fun Christmas ever. From game tables, to bikes, to team sports, and the best from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, golf, and grills. We've got everybody covered this holiday. Merry Christmas from everyone at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Welcome back to the D4 semifinal game number 1 between Monroeville and St. Henry. St. Henry taking set 1, but one story we have to get to is, of course, the passing of one of the key players for Monroeville Eagles, Delaney Giles. They continue to honor her by putting number 8 on the bench. They wear number 8 in their warm-up shirts, and Delaney Giles, who was in an accident, got out of a coma, made it all the way back to the homecoming queen, and then due to complications passed away. So heavy hearts for this Monroeville team.
Yeah, and Coach Kendra Snook talked about how this season has really allowed Monroeville, the girls on the team, to fight hard and play for Delaney, but also there's been some laughs. They've been able to shake off some of the grief that they've been feeling since September.
So our hearts and prayers go to the Giles family, who we understand continues to show up and support this team. Delaney Giles still listed on the roster as well. They carry the jersey. Every picture includes the number 8. You know that she is with the team right now. And certainly well done by the entire Monroeville Eagles program for continuing to honor her legacy.
She's forever an Eagle, Dean. Forever an Eagle is what their shirts say.
Forever an Eagle, and the Eagles will try to rally back. Good serve, tremendous dig there by Busher. And then off of that dig, the finish right there by Seafring, who's really making things look easy for St. Henry.
Yeah, she's running what's called a go set on the outside. It's a faster outside set. So the blockers for Monroeville are having trouble getting all the way out to the ball.
So serving up one set and 1-0 in the second set is St. Henry. Blocked by Winner. Yoder, a little bit of finesse. Now Yoder brings the hammer. So Yoder, first time finesse, second time, boom.
Yeah, those overpasses are fun, and they always bring the momentum back to your side when you're able to bounce it on the 10-foot line on the other side. You can see here, soft tip, and then the overpass for the kill.
Lions serving, St. Henry will tool it and point back to St. Henry. St. Henry's been really, well, they've been really good at everything. I mean, serving, tooling, steam and system. I mean, St. Henry's been outstanding.
Yeah, they're doing well passing so that their setter, Lydia Whirling, is able to deliver hittable balls.
Into the net, a rare service error there for St. Henry, and Monroeville will take it.
Yeah, Yoder is now back to serve, making her a back row player now. We will see her get set in the back row, but she just cannot jump in front of that white line called the 10-foot line.
Seifring. Yoder communicating, the big swing coming to Daniel, and Daniel gets the kill.
That was a great play run by Monroeville. Instead of keeping the ball on the outside pin, they brought Daniel in for the 2. So St. Henry wasn't expecting it.
Yoder serving to Seifring. Jackie Klein's already told you about that unique feature of this game, and a perfect finish right in front. Winner in the middle of another kill for St. Henry.
So again, we talked about how in that last play, Seifring and Winner were in the front row together. That's a big hitting line and hard to block.
Seifring back to serve. Tied at 3s. Seifring going to Yoder. You called it, Jackie, right off the bat. It's pretty easy for you to pick out who they're going to target right away, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a strategy. They're trying to get their best players tired. So if you have to pass and transition to hit, you're going to be exhausted by the end of this match.
So here's Lily White, the junior libero, tremendous defensive quarterback for Monroeville, serving and stuck there at the net. Not able to handle it that time is Lily Barman, a junior.
Lydia Whirling there on the screen. You can see her there. She is St. Henry's setter. She's running what's called a 5-1, meaning she sets all the time, whether she's in the back row or in the front row. And in that situation, she had a perfect situation to block the ball.
Another overpass where the eyes get big for St. Henry, but a good dig out. That's a great crank right there from Daniel. Daniel with a big right arm swing. Yoder can't handle it in the back row, and it'll be another point for St. Henry.
High ball that you'll see here that's rolled over the top. Even if she were to jump, Yoder would have had trouble digging that ball.
So here comes Winner, senior middle hitter, third-year varsity player. Tremendous dig right there. Flying in was Clark. Kept alive for Monroeville. St. Henry will set their offense, though. Goes through the tape, goes through Lily White, point St. Henry.
The hitter for that was Chloe Gels. She's their outside hitter when Seifring is in the back row. She was able to bring that back in off the pin. It seemed to have been pushed out a little too far. Great kill.
Winner with the serve. As they targeted White that time. Big swing from Daniel. Right in the middle. That was Ontrop. Maya Ontrop into the game, number 12, and looking for the jump right there, but into the net, Lydia Whirling. And that's one that Monroeville will take. You talk about some unforced errors right there. That's one.
Yeah, unfortunate. Most of the time setters try to dump with one hand instead of two, unless we're doing a power dump. Unfortunately, that just didn't clear the net.
Tremendous swing. Just absolute power right there coming from Chloe Gels again.
It's an easy ball to push through when Monroeville's block is straight up. Monroeville needs to push over in order to block Gels on a ball like that.
Gels is in there because of an injury to Mia Newcamp, who is listed as a potential D1 player. Mia Newcamp is kind of a coach over on the bench, and she's expected to come back for her senior year and get some D1 looks, as it's St. Henry with us tying it up here 6-6.
Out of system again. She had to go off 1 foot, but St. Henry wasn't able to keep it alive.
So back to serve, Monroeville with the big point is Maddie Daniel. Been impressed with Maddie Daniel and her energy. Another back pass that has been part of St. Henry. It's read better there by Yoder. And you got to give a lot of credit to Lily Barman as well, the junior going up with Yoder.
Yeah, Gels is on the right side here. Perfect setup by Monroeville. Stuff block. That feels good.
The service again from Daniel and into the net right there. So Monroeville on a little bit of a heater right now. And Monroeville, who got blown away in the first set, has a slim lead over St. Henry.
Yeah, I noticed St. Henry is trying to set their middles a little bit more, and Monroeville's probably going to start doing the same thing, so it just isn't always going out to the pin.
Great block again by Barman. So Barman, number 12, has been effective in the middle for Monroeville. She's calling for it, but they go far side to Yoder, but they'll call a whistle there on number 7, Hannah Lyons. What happened right there, Jackie?
Yeah, number 7, Hannah Lyons, is the setter for Monroeville. They called a double contact. Her hands touched the ball at different times, so it actually counts as 2 touches, and it is illegal.
So Busher, the freshman, in for the serve, and what a great spirit and a great future Raya Busher is going to have.
Every time she's gone back to serve, she's at least gotten 1 ace. Her ball goes over the net and then drops, but unfortunately that one had too much height on it.
Described by her head coach, Trisha Rosenbeck, as a Spitfire. As you see her right there, I think that's a good description.
I think you're right. You need someone like that on every team.
You know it. So Monroeville serving. This game tied at 9s. St. Henry with a convincing first set victory. Yoder trying to dump it. The dig, Yoder. And Yoder finishes her business right there, as she's done several times. Yoder is legit.
Yeah, every time she gets one of those overpasses, you can see here, you can see her face. She just lights up. I think it's more important to her than a normal kill. That's a special kill.
Yoder, a 4-year starter, the only player on the team, as she set a single season kill record, over 500 kills this year. The second person with 1,000 kills, Brianna Kramer in 2016. He's at Wheeling Jesuit U. Haley Kramer, I mean, Yoder is just outstanding in keeping Monroeville in this one, giving them a 1-point lead.
Yeah, she's getting most of the balls. So as they start getting a bigger lead, if I was head coach Kendra Snook, I'd probably be encouraging the setter to get other hitters involved. It'll just help spread out the block instead of everybody camping out on Yoder.
525 kills coming in for Yoder with 394 digs, 57 aces, and 37 blocks. That is a stat stuffer indeed for Yoder.
Yeah, and that's 525 kills on the year. I mean, we hear of people getting 1,000 career kills. I mean, she basically got half of her career kills milestone in 1 year.
Well said, as Monroeville with a 1-point lead, trying to keep it going. Abby Potts back to serve for the Eagles. And Abby Potts will take the ace, and it is a tremendous response here, 11-9. You've seen a lot of teams get blown out in that first set, hang their heads, and disappear. That's not been the case here with the Eagles.
No, and I definitely have to credit head coach Kendra Snook for that. She probably hyped them up a little bit in that time between sets.
Got a good rally going here as they go back to the near side pin from our angle. Yoder goes up in unison there with Hannah Lyons, and the Eagles flying high.
That's the second time I've seen Seafring make an error in the past 2 plays, hitting straight into that block.
Dug out and not able to get it over the net. There was Lily White on the dig, too close and into the net. So the point back to St. Henry as they stop that run from Monroeville. And now the lead is just 2 for the Eagles, with St. Henry and the Redskins back to serve. In to serve is Grace Lange, the senior libero for the Redskins, as once again they target White. And they're probably infraction right there on Schaefer.
Yeah, so another double contact. Her hands didn't touch the ball at the exact same time.
So back to serve again is Lange, looking to tie it up here. Lange, wow, tremendous serve. Yoder too deep. It'll be a point St. Henry. That was really well done. Yoder 9 times out of 10 will get that one in bounds.
Great set by number 7 Lions. It was low and fast. The perfect placement, just a little bit long.
You got to give Lange credit for alligator arming that one, pulling her arms back, knowing that it was going to be deep. Yoder pushes it over far side. Tremendous dig right there by Whirling. Remember that dig if St. Henry gets this point. Kept alive there by Schaefer. Back across Yoder, and Yoder gets it in, and Yoder is on fire.
St. Henry is putting up a double block, even a triple block if they can on Yoder, and she's still getting it past them.
So back to serve is Lions. Monroeville with a 1-point lead, sliding in for the dig and the perfect set. What a dig there by Busher.
Yeah, so St. Henry now again has Carly Winter and Brianna Seifring in the front row. You see Winter did that front slide. That's a hard ball to block. You really don't know where she's going to make contact.
So here's Bikey, a server, back row player. Second on the team in aces is Bikey, which says a lot when you see the quality of the service. Miss hit that time by Maddie Clark, and the point will go back to St. Henry.
Bikey is serving the libero on Monroeville's team. When the ball crosses the net, it drops about 5 feet in front of her.
Clark can't handle that. That's twice right there. So Clark, along with White, trying to figure things out.
So Coach Kendra Snook just moved up and moved their passing around. So now Bikey has to have a different look at who they're serving.
Great call, Jackie. We saw the move right there. Tremendous coaching from Snook as well. You can do me twice, but not 3 times, as Winter with another finish. Boy, Winter in the middle is a powerhouse.
She is. She's unstoppable. She's very tall. Stats state that she is 5'11", senior middle hitter.
3rd-year varsity player wearing that number 8 jersey, and that's Yoder again. When in doubt, go to Yoder, and Monroeville gets a point.
Yeah, we probably need to see Monroeville spread it out a little bit, but right now Yoder is on fire. Setter Lions is going to keep getting the ball to her.
Yoder with the serve. They set it for Seifring. Pop too deep, and Seifring with another kill. So we spotlighted Seifring for St. Henry. We spotlighted Yoder for Monroeville. Both players have been outstanding.
Yeah, Seifring, she's got a great shot selection. She can hit cross or line like we just saw there, but she's also a phenomenal server. You can see here with her jump serve.
They go Yoder, back row offense from the one-person wrecking crew known as Grayson Yoder, number 9.
Yeah, she's even hitting back row. That set was even a little too far back and was still able to get the kill.
Here's Lily White, quarterback of the defense with the serve. A good serve and an ace. So Lily White, the junior, listed at 4'11". A tiny tot, as her coach called her, but delivering the heat right there.
Yeah, she's trying to go right between 2 players on St. Henry's team on purpose to make them have to communicate.
Teeny tiny is what Kendra said, and the teeny tiny one let it go, and I'll tell you what, you can tell the heart is gigantic on Lily White.
Yeah, she's tied it up now. Again, she's targeting to go between 2 of St. Henry's passers and away from their libero. Now they're out of system again.
Yep, the target was to Seifring. You're doing a great job as always, Jackie. Into the block that time, though. Daniels denied, and St. Henry needed that one.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep your attacks away from Winter. She's a big block right in front of you here. You can see one-on-one.
So Winter's in motion, now goes back to the service line. Boy, she took a little heat off of that. It was deceptive. And it puts Monroeville in a scramble. That is a great finish. Out of that scramble, that is a great shot from Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel, there's paint on that ball, Dean. It hit the line. You can see she roll-shotted it back there. Perfect shot in the court.
Here's a key server, Clark. Clark will try to make up for some points, and good job by Clark. If you remember, they targeted Clark earlier, and she pulls a point back. That's good for her to stay mentally in touch with this game.
Oh yeah, she's saying karma right back at you. I love her jump serve. She gets high in the air, that ball drops.
Yeah, tremendous jump serve. Oh my, wow, Gels. Every time we think we're rolling with Winter and Seafring, look at Gels.
Look at this set by Whirling, perfect on the net. Gels goes ahead and crushes it.
I don't know if there's a college player that stops that kill right there.
No, that is a perfect setup.
Really White, that may have been deep, too close to call. She tried to stick her arm out. It's an ace, another ace for St. Henry. And St. Henry, who took set one in convincing fashion, doubling up Monroeville, has just a 1-point lead. The all-important 20 spot, though, goes to St. Henry first. Tremendous serve. Lions, wow, Lions at the net.
Very,
huge.
Very smart play by Lions. She went up and turned her body, hit that ball with her right arm. That's a hard ball to do. Trust me, I'm a setter. I know how hard that is.
I always trust you, Jackie. 2020, and through the tape, an ace for Monroeville, and a big smile from Maddie Daniel, who has stepped up big here in this second set for the Eagles.
Yeah, that ball just clipped the tape perfectly. I'm sure it wasn't meant to happen like that, but that's a nice ace.
So 21-20, Monroeville has taken the lead. They go far side to Yoder, and once again the whistle called against Hannah Lyons.
Yeah, that's a double contact. She's trying to shoot the ball out to Yoder fast. She's doing what's called a go set. So unfortunately, she just mishandled that one.
We got a good one here in the second set. St. Henry taking set one, but it's 21-21. Yoder, who has tremendous stats, and Yoder puts a scramble on. They do get it over. Trying to take advantage of it is Lions. If St. Henry gets a point here, remember that mad scramble. Dug out back row. Yoder. St. Henry, and wow, off the scramble, St. Henry with a monster point. Can we call that a monster point or what?
I think so. We saw some great digs. This is a great set out to Claire Wendell for the kill.
Well, this was after St. Henry was over near their bench to try to pull it back out in front of these great fans, and that was a mad scramble. They got back into rhythm, and then St. Henry takes the lead 22-21. If they win that second set, that might be the play of the second set.
I agree with you. Number 10, Raya Busher, was the one that pursued that ball and almost ran into her bench. Great job. This team, St. Henry, has been to state before, but none of the girls on the team have ever been here. So this is a new stage for them. But also Monroeville, this is their first time trying to get that state championship again here.
Yeah, Monroeville was in the state semifinals in 15, 18, and 19. Never have made it to the state championship game. Meanwhile, St. Henry, they won the title 7 times, including 85, 87, 90, 94, 95, 04, and 11. They were runner-ups in 15, 03, 96, and 88. They have been to the state semifinals 15 times, St. Henry, and they are looking like a team that has done that. They know how to deal with this pressure, and they have a 1-point lead and a 1-set lead. 1 set, and it's 22-21 in the second set, and we're tied up now. 22-22, a tremendous second set.
Yoder had to scramble for that ball. She actually hit it over with her fist, and it went deep down the line. You can see here in the replay, she had to save it out of the net, and Busher tried to get it but wasn't able to get a hand on it.
We got a whistle here, and the point will go to Monroeville, and just like that, Monroeville is back on top, and they can even things up here, but a timeout for Trisha Rosenbeck. She wants to talk it over. The St. Henry Redskins up 1-0. Monroeville 2 points away from tying this up.
Yeah, the momentum keeps shifting back and forth, doesn't it, Dean? And Right now, it's going to come down to serve receive. They need to focus on passing a good ball in order to be in system and able to set all 3 hitters in the front row.
Good look at the huddle there with Tricia Rosenbeck back here at her alma mater, Wright State University. And the Monroeville Eagles, who come in at 23-4. Back to serve, 2 points away from tying this up. In to serve is Abby Potts. Serves, great defender, one of the main defenders on the team, according to Kendra Snook. Kendra Snook, who went to Margaretta High School, not too far away from Monroeville. Kendra telling me her senior year, it was their first district championship when she played at Margaretta. Serving here, Monroeville, 2 points away from tying this up. Blocked there by Yoder. Big swing coming, and Lane, the kill there was Seafring.
Fabulous kill by Seafring. You can see the passion in her face while she's up in the air. Perfect set by the libero. Nothing in her way to stop her.
Yeah, a lot of athleticism to also avoid the net. Back pass to Yoder. She'll push it across. Dug out there by Lange. Hustle from Seafring. Yoder will push it over again. Yoder's so smart finding that spot. And St. Henry is just a point away from tying this up.
We haven't seen Yoder hit the ball really hard, but she's so smart knowing what's open. You can see just with a 2-hand push, she pushes it back to that deep corner that's not defended.
Serving to tie it is Lyons. Back row. Seafring, when in doubt, get it to her. Yoder to win it and denied. Yoder, what a dig by Yoder. Then pop back over. Kept alive by St. Henry. What a dig by Yoder. Doing it all. They got to target Yoder here, I would think. It was a tough set, though. Yoder could not do much with it. Needed to elevate that set, and because of that, they go off a white, and we are going to some extra volleyball here. 24-24. We need to win by 2, so bonus coverage.
Yeah, she was able to sneak it past the block there. We're at deuce now, so one team has to win by 2 points in order for them to take this set.
So Beike in to serve for St. Henry. And it'll be a service error, and once again, St. Henry Yoder will step back with a chance to tie this up.
That's a tough service error to make, obviously a crucial point. But they can stop it here if they block it. But Yoder's back to serve, Dean.
Yoder. Seafring will get it back. No, they call the infraction, and Monroeville has tied it. And I'll tell you what, that needed to go that way, because if Monroeville, with the way they recovered, if they didn't win it, it would have been trouble. Now we've got ourselves a fantastic matchup tied at 1 set apiece.
Yeah, you can see Coach Kendra Snooks over there. She's waving her arms and jumping up and down. You can, like we talked earlier about how her energy is going to push this team over the edge.
We're going to take a break as Yoder's on fire. St. Henry winning set 1, 25-12. Monroeville with the answer. We're tied at 1.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
That leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Log Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRCTV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
The OHSAA D4 semifinal number one set apiece for St. Henry and Monroeville. You started to tell the story about the Eagle mascot. That's a mom over there.
Yeah, that's Maddie Daniels' mom. She put on this costume to embarrass the girls one day, and the girls actually fell in love with it, and now she's their mascot. So much so that they even interviewed her for television after they beat Wellsville to get here to this state championship Final Four.
That is awesome. I'll tell you what else is awesome is the amazing response from Monroeville as they are led by Yoder's 12 kills. As we finally have some stats here to break down. 12 kills for Yoder, hitting 182. Lions hitting 400 has been part of the story. Meanwhile, Winter hitting 750 with 6 kills. Gels hitting 444 with 6 kills. And Seafring with 7 kills for St. Henry. Those are some of the key players so far in this one. Yoder, though, has really been the driving force for the Monroeville Eagles to tie it up.
Yeah, and what the stats don't show, Dean, is how smart Yoder has been. She doesn't always hit the ball hard, but she places it where there isn't a defender or they have to really pursue the ball. However, with St. Henry, we're seeing the Redskins getting more opportunities to hit the ball hard or off of a blocker.
So here we go to the third set, tied at 1 after a dominating first set from St. Henry. Monroeville showing some moxie, led by Yoder as they target Yoder. Yoder pushes it back row, dug out by St. Henry. The set coming there by Whirling, and off that set, it's the kill and a point St. Henry.
Again, they're going back to number 9, Brianna Seafring. She is their player to watch for sure on the outside for St. Henry.
20 helpers already for Whirling. That's how good she's been, as once again they target White. Sent over by Clark. Back row dig for the Eagles. They pop it all the way over to Schaefer. Good rally going down the middle. Winner, tremendous dig. Remember that dig from Abby Potts. Big swing there from Maddie Clark, and it looks like they thought Yoder was maybe going to call for something right there, but
yeah, Monroeville thought there was a touch and they were begging for it. However, they don't have that replay option or challenge option here at high school yet.
An ace, tremendous by Lange, as Lange gets her first service ace. Bikey's got 4 service aces. Busher's got 3 service aces. 10 service aces on the game. We're only in the third set, just getting started on the third set. They're double-digit service aces. That's tremendous.
I know. Unfortunately, they just had the service error, but I'm so impressed with how their jump serves drop right in front of the passer. It's nearly impossible to dig or pass, excuse me.
10 aces, 5 airs for St. Henry, who have a 3-1 lead. Line high, dug out by White. Set by Lyons. Yoder, Lyons dumps it back over, back row, overpass. Yoder with the hammer. Yoder, 13 kills for Yoder, and it's 3-2.
I think that's her favorite thing to do. Watch, it's an overpass. She starts drooling every time she's gotten the kill on that one.
So that'll bring back Lyons. Lyons as Monroeville trying to tie it. It was 3-0, 2 in a row for Monroeville. Seafring will give a free look here. Yoder usually wants it back. Yoder, finesse, read perfectly by Seafring. They go the other way. Dug out back row there by Potts. Popped in the air by Lyons. Clark, the little Clark goes right through 2 players and gets a big point. Wearing the 4 jersey, Maddie Clark, the 5'5" junior.
Yeah, she's all smiles for that kill. You can see she tools the block. It's called a wipe, and they send it out of bounds.
So tied at 3. Seafring dug out by Lyons, and Winter, talk about drooling. Winter was drooling the entire time right there.
Yeah, being 5'11", when you get that overpass, It is a perfect set in order to hit that ball straight down to the 10-foot line.
So Winner with 7 kills as Seifring goes back. Clark keeps it alive, pushed over, and it'll be a point for St. Henry.
Beike back to serve for St. Henry. Lions get stuck in that passing line.
St. Henry. Seifring with another kill.
Seifring, she does a great job of knowing when to hit it hard and when to take off a little bit for an off-tempo shot. And right there, that was off-tempo for the kill.
Brianna Seifring, 5'10". 6'3", St. Henry. There's 3-0, there's 3-3, now 4 in a row, and another winner from Winner.
Very, very smart set by number 7, Lydia Whirling. She sets the slide against the flow to Winner. I actually have an opportunity to work with Lydia sometimes in setting, and that's something we've worked on.
She's fantastic. She'll have well over 30 helpers after this set. Clark goes back row. Seifring hammered. Great dig by Potts. Kept alive there. Schaefer gets it back over. Dump. Picked back up again by Monroeville. Tremendous reactions by both these teams. Dug out back row again by White. Kept alive here. Far side Clark takes a big swing. Back row dig from St. Henry. Kept alive, Seifring. Seifring dug out again by White. White, tremendous dig. Yoder always finds a spot, but a great dig. Yoder again slaps it back over. What a rally here, probably the best of the game, and it's a point Monroeville. Yoder in the middle of it, but Lily White with a back row dig was key.
Yeah, both teams were scrambling and pursuing balls, keeping it alive. Unfortunately, what ended the play was just an error in the net.
So 7-4, Yoder serving. Winner again with the kill. Winner starting to rack up kills as Winner's got 8 kills to lead St. Henry.
Winner, great play there. She didn't even hit the ball very hard, but she went up fast and just dropped it in front of the right back defender.
Seifring has 1 service ace with the serve. Targets White. Lions goes far post. Coming in there was Daniel. Maddie Daniel, I'll tell you what, she looks like an elite level athlete when she comes flying at it.
Yeah, we talk about Yoder a lot, but she's got a big piece in this game here to help them win. When she's front row, Yoder's back row, so the other team, St. Henry, is kind of expecting it to go to Yoder.
Good work by Gels as Gels gets it right back. Gels, just a sophomore.
She's got a high reach also. She jumps well. So on those outside sets, she's definitely a force to reckon with.
St. Henry with a 4-point lead. Lions will pop it in the air to Clark. Clark trying to settle into this game, which is good to see. Wow, that is just an absolute crank. Maddie Daniel, that is a rocket-powered swing.
And she's able to tool the block. You can see here, she goes right through the middle of the block. But unfortunately, St. Henry wasn't able to dig it off their hands.
Maddie Clark serving. Down 3, St. Henry on top. Gels too deep, now only down 2, 9-7.
Clark, last time we saw her serve, she did a jump serve, remember? And it's just a beautiful high contact.
Here we go again. Yeah, that is next level. We're seeing some clinical play, particularly from Gels as well. Another kill for Gels.
Yeah, great set on the outside to her. She was able to turn that down the line. The libero, White from Monroeville, just wasn't able to get her arms completely underneath of it.
So here's Whirling. Back to serve, gets it through the tape, and the overpass read perfectly there by Ontrop. Maya Antrop, a junior, read that overpass and had the finish.
Yeah, you can see here in the replay, great serve, but yeah, Antrop was right there, knew that that was coming from Lions.
Antrop leads the team in blocks, doesn't always get that opportunity to have those kind of kills, and just like we talked about, when those overpasses come, oh, that somehow got over the top of the net, and once again, it's the magical touch of Daniel.
Boy, I don't think she expected that. That's why she turned to her teammate and gave her a yeah, that was good. Look.
So Daniel gets an ace. Daniel with well over 450 kills. Junior that really jumps and elevates, finds a way to dominate on the outside. That was Kendra Snook's description. Could she be more on point than that?
Oh yeah, she's definitely on point. She's targeting Wendell right now in her serve receive.
And the kill there, far side, Gels comes back. Gels, either pin, Gels has been effective.
Great set. Right through the blockers, and the defenders couldn't seem to communicate early enough on whose ball that was.
Gels has worked that right hand on the left side and the right side effectively for St. Henry, and that, how many infractions have they called Lions for?
Yeah, but the good thing, Dean, is they're calling both sides fairly, because we've seen some double contacts for St. Henry also, but I do have to agree with the refs on all their calls so far.
Busher with the serve off the fingers of Clark, so sent over quickly by Daniel. Daniel then gets set back row. Clark digs it out, set, not much that, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Yoder did not even elevate and got a kill right there.
One thing that Monroeville does very well is they are handling balls that are out of system and just getting it over and letting the other team make mistakes.
Yeah, I just feel like it's volleyball 24/7 going on between Yoder and Sprain there. I mean, she knows every move.
I wouldn't be surprised if she plays beach volleyball also, because a lot of these shots happen in beach too.
Oh yeah, the flat-footed shot, you're right, kind of falling back, well said. Great to work with Jackie Klein here on the D4 semifinals. That's Yoder with the first touch. Yoder will get it back, goes back row. And that's what I'm talking about. That brain is moving for number 9.
She plays the first ball here. Gets set, out of system, keeps it in play, and again goes for the corner.
And Monroeville coming back here. The Eagles make it a 2-point game. It's 14-12.
St. Henry is struggling when they're out of system. You know, we talked about Monroeville being able to handle out of system. St. Henry has a little more trouble.
No trouble there as the finish coming from Wendell.
Great in-system play. You can see jump set back to the right side. And Yoder was late on the block there, leaving an opening for Wendell.
So in the serve is Bikey, back row player, second on the team in aces. Yoder with the first touch, and that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be an ace for Bikey. She leads the team in aces for a reason. That was a great serve.
Every time she's gone back, she's had an ace today.
Yeah, that's 5 service aces for Bikey. That's tremendous. Make it 6. Wow.
She's got some heat on that, and then it floats. You can see here, she's getting in the air. It drops there to the left. It's hard as a passer to keep your eye on a ball that's constantly moving left and right and then dropping.
Whole lot of weapons for Tricia Rosenbach back at her alma mater. The mother of 6, including a 2-week-old, has 5 boys and a baby girl. Went to high school at St. Henry where she played volleyball and basketball and finds herself back at her alma mater. I love those stories for D4 schools. I went to a little small D4 school, Fremont St. Joe. That hometown feel. Tricia Rosenbach talking about how every day she's getting balloons and baby gifts and food and everybody taking care of her as St. Henry tries to win a state title.
And you can see most of the people from their town are probably here in the stands. It's definitely loud in here, and they're cheering on their small town school.
She met her husband at St. Mary's about a half hour from St. Henry. and her husband is also the head basketball coach. So we talk about the perfect family there, and now with 6 kids rolling on. What a story. Trisha Rosenbeck. Yoder. Picked off by St. Henry. They go back row, and St. Henry off that timeout. Usually the team that calls the timeout gets the point, but St. Henry has the answer to make it a 6-point lead.
You're right. They're targeting Yoder. You can see that they are going right after her. You'll see it again here. Great kill by Winter.
18-12, gets through the tape, picked off by Lyons. Yoder sends it over, and point St. Henry. What'd they call there on Yoder?
I think the call is that she was under the net. One of the players, while trying to play that ball that came off, you can see Lyons was either in the net or under it.
Great work by our producer Josh and the gang. Back row dig. Popped in the air, down the middle, a little finesse there from Winter. Winter now tries to get high, read by Yoder. It says, it's like Yoder has eyes at the back of her head. She knows when people are jumping and where they are every time. And off of that, Monroeville trying to hang in. Remember that dig right there, though, from St. Henry. They're out of system again. Yoder pops it in the air. It's going to be a tough one to handle. That did look like as well. Looked like underneath the net again, but they didn't see it. What a rally we got going here. St. Henry down the middle, tooling it. Down the middle is Seafrin.
Great play by Seafrin. She actually called for the ball inside for a 2. You can see here in the replay, she comes inside instead of hitting out by the antenna like she normally does. Great play.
White with the first touch. Lyons back pass to Yoder. Yoder down the line. Yoder in. When you need a point, go to Yoder.
It's hard to keep track of Yoder. She's on the outside. She's on the right side. Here she's running the back one. Great play by Yoder, hitting that deep corner once again.
Yoder sends it over. Picked up there by Whirling. Yoder with the dig. She does it all. Popped high in the air. Lyons set for Daniel. Tremendous dig. A scramble here by St. Henry. St. Henry good off the scramble. Let's see if Monroeville can make them pay. And they can't. Too deep. That's twice St. Henry on just mad scrambles have come up with points.
Yeah, their defensive group is on fire. You can see them sliding all over the floor, pursuing balls, getting them up. Great job by St. Henry's defense.
Yeah, that back row work for St. Henry, tremendous. Yoder pops it back. You can see White say mine. Sliding over is Winter, and Winter, boy, on that slide right there, I just don't know how you stop it when Winter has time to set her feet.
Especially off of a free ball. So, and she actually ran an A, which is an inside slide, so it's kind of tricky because they think she's going all the way to the pin, but she actually stopped short.
And it was a perfect set. See St. Henry, they dominated the first set, winning that 25-12. The score right here in the third set, 22-13. This after Monroeville, impressive to win that second set, 26-24. As we talked about in the break, if Monroeville loses that second set, this third set, well, it doesn't look good anyway, but at least now Monroeville knows that they can bounce back in the fourth set as you see the little folks enjoying being back out here for the D4 state championships for OHSAA. Always special, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Kendra Snook talked with Monroeville players, trying to encourage them to serve tough to get St. Henry out of system. St. Henry struggles when they don't have a ball that's passed in front of the 10-foot line. But right now, they have to take care of business here in serve-receive with Seafring back to serve.
22-13, Seafring deep and in air, and that'll work for Monroeville to try to crawl back into this one. It's going to be tough, 22-14.
Yeah, one of the big rules after a timeout is you always want to get your serve in. Us coaches always consider that our point when the serving team after a timeout misses.
Lily White with the serve for Monroeville, down 8, 3 points away, and there's now 2 points away as, no, let's say out of bounds. Jones thought that was in, and it's going to stay with Monroeville.
Yeah, they called the ball out of bounds. Outside hitter hits the ball. Ooh, it's hard to tell from our angle here if it was in or out.
Monroeville will take it. It's 22-15. Daniel, I think, no, she went deep. I thought it was deflected, but it was not. So it's 23-15. St. Henry 2 points away from taking set 3 in a 2-set-to-1 lead in the D4 State Championship semifinal number 1 from the Nutter Center on the campus of Wright State here in Dayton, Ohio. Clark pops it over. Handled there cleanly by Whirling. Yoder had the first touch, and they'll go outside of the pin to the point, and now St. Henry 1 away from taking the 3rd set.
Winner has a great serve. I expect her to go to Yoder. It'll be interesting to see where she serves. Yep.
Goes right to Yoder. Great call. Jackie's been on point. Daniel with that massive swing. It's a little bit too deep, though, and St. Henry will take the 3rd set. Quick thought here. St. Henry leading 2-1.
Yeah, Monroeville's got to turn it around if they want to get the momentum back on their side. St. Henry is doing a great job of staying in the system, and that's where they need to stay for the next set.
Take a break and come back with set number 4. St. Henry will try to win it and advance to Saturday's championship game, and Monroeville trying to hang in down right now, 2-1.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At the OHSAA, we believe that every
Monroeville, you know the deal. If they're going to get back in it, it's going to have to be Gracelyn Yoder. She leads all players with 16 kills. 16 kills for Yoder, wearing number 9 for Monroeville.
And total attempts is 44. So you can see that most balls are going to her, whether they're in system or out of system. She does a great job when the team is out of system of keeping control of the ball and putting it where the defenders are not. She has great court awareness.
We're here at the Nutter Center, Wright State University, the OHSAA D4 semifinal number 1 in St. Henry. 1 set away from advancing to Saturday's championship game. Great look by our crew at the environment here at Nutter Center. An Ohio State title in any sport is always fun, always exciting. Ohio knows how to bring the heat for a state title.
They do, and both at this Division 4 and all the other divisions that we've seen today. It's been a great volleyball in this Nutter Center.
So Monroeville serving here for the 4th set. Dug by White, popped in the air. Yoder was looking for kill number 17, denied twice. Yoder, third time, popped over. Seafring kept it alive. I thought they were going to go back to Seafring. Instead, it's dug out there by Potts. Yoder, 4 times the charm. Yoder, 4 shots at it. Yoder with the kill.
She had that overpass again that she was drooling over, but St. Henry was there. But look here, this is what finished it off. That tool that landed in the middle of the court.
Potts.
St. Henry is such a strong serving team. We're going to see that again in this set. Their goal is to try to get Monroeville out of system.
So back to serve for St. Henry is Lange. And the point for Monroeville.
Back to Yoder again. You saw her tip that deep corner. Again, we talked about her court awareness. Unbelievable. She knows where the open spot is all the time.
So here's Lyons. Lyons has a service ace. Won't get one here as they'll come back to Seafring. See, look, Seafring deep, so well done.
Monroeville is running what's called a man-up defense. Lyons, you'll watch her after she serves, she comes up and stands on the 10-foot line. What's hard about that is she's covering every tip. So Seafring there, she doesn't want to tip it, she wants to hit it just because she knows someone's going to dig.
Great stuff from Jackie Klein, who runs an incredible volleyball center. What's the name of the center again, Jackie?
We're Elite Volleyball Training Center at Integrity Athletics.
Fantastic, and a back row finish there for St. Henry. As
they like to bring the heat on this perfect set. There's nobody up there to block her. She hits that kind of cross court, but on the outside of Monroeville's outside blocker.
Seafring and Winter both with 11 kills. A service error for St. Henry, and Monroeville will take it. They're up 2 here, trying to keep their state championship dreams alive. Yoder back to serve. Yoder approaching 20 kills, back to serve now, wearing number 9. 4-2 Monroeville, set number 4. Yoder pops it over. Yoder thought she had the point. Great effort by St. Henry. Dug out again there by Lange. Seafring, tremendous work at the net. And that's a finish right there by Sophia Bishop, the junior, number 13. What a point right there. Limited action, but that's a huge point.
Huge point. They always say, don't ever stop playing till you hear the whistle, because you never know when it's going to come back up and be back on your side.
The crank right there across, dug out by Yoder, and took enough off of it to pop it in the air and leave the swing for Daniel. I'll tell you what, that play from Yoder right there was unbelievable, just the way she took enough off of it to keep it alive.
Yeah, she has got great ball handling skills. Daniel up, hits the ball hard off the blocker. St. Henry had no chance of getting that one up.
Daniel now with 9 kills. As Maddie Daniel, Yoder gets a lot of the pub, but Maddie Daniel has been outstanding for Monroeville.
When Yoder steps to the back row, Daniel is a great person to fill in front row. They seem to work well together, with Lyon being kind of the middleman, setting the ball out to where things need to be.
So Yoder back to serve with Monroeville leading 6-2. St. Henry, as you see, up 2-1 as part of our NFHS Network TV coverage of the OHSAA D4 semifinals. Monroeville 6, St. Henry 2 in set 4. St. Henry 1 set away from advancing to Saturday's championship game. Monroeville behind Yoder might have something to say about it, Jackie.
Yeah, St. Henry, though, if they can pass this ball, remember how good they are at serving.
Yeah, they can run off a ton of points. That's a great point. Seafring, as that goes over our head over here, and right back again.
Seafring is now back to serve for St. Henry. She has a phenomenal jump serve, which we'll see here in just a second.
Monroeville 6, St. Henry 3 with Seafring serving. Lions will pop it in the air. They go far side to Daniel. Kept alive. Lange is hustling all over the place. Sent back over. Daniel. Does Daniel get it back? No, they go the other way. Dug out back row and the finish there. That's a tremendous play by Monroeville. Brooklyn Schaefer, the senior, at 5'7", wearing number 2.
That was a very smart play by Lions. She, instead of going to the person that everyone thought it was going to, she changed it up. Super smart.
Finding Schaefer, and that'll bring Lily White, the libero, back to the service line for Monroeville. Can't roll it through the tape. Good words of encouragement there from Yoder, but the point will go to St. Henry with the score. Monroeville 7, St. Henry 4 in the 4th set, with St. Henry leading 2 games to 1. We got a whistle here and infraction against Monroeville. Point St. Henry. They're saying 4 touches.
Yeah, so what happened is when Yoder hit the ball, it never cleared the net to hit a blocker on St. Henry's team. So when Monroeville touched it again, it was their 4th contact.
Great stuff, Jackie. Was White pops it in the air. They go back row to Yoder. You know you're good when you're running your offense through the back row.
Oh yeah, and even that set was, typically you like to set your back row attackers 3 feet in front of the 10-foot line. That was 7 feet behind the 10-foot line, and she's still able to get the kill.
Yeah, that was deep with Maddie Clark serving. 8-5 lead for Monroeville. Monroeville down 2-1. Needs to win this set to keep on going. Daniel. Boy, she just hangs in the air, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. The crowd's yelling because they thought she threw that ball.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of did.
She did, maybe a little bit, but it was pretty fast. I probably would have let it go also.
Well, she already has the benefit of so much crank, so sometimes it can be deceiving.
It is, yeah.
Popped in the air, back to Gels, and once again, Gels, well, that right hand on either side, the left side or the right side, that right hand works.
Oh yeah, she's a force both here on the outside, you can see in this replay, and Monroeville's blockers were late there also, which made it an easy shot.
So St. Henry cuts the lead to 3, serving to cut it to 2. Took the air out of it, tremendous dig, pushed over there. Lions, they thought there was an infraction on Lions too as she tossed it over, and the point's gonna come to Monroeville. So great work.
That's a hard point for St. Henry to lose, especially when they thought that Lions had the throw or the lift, and then it was called on St. Henry for a double contact.
Daniel with the serve, 10-6 Monroeville. Gels now on that right side. Yoder can elevate, dug out. Great dig there by Whirling. Clark with a really good dig. Yoder's got to get it over. She does. Offense. They go back over to Wendell. Just topped over by Lions. The set. Swing and in for Gels. Gels is crushing it here.
That set was pushed too far outside, but you can see in the replay, she brings the ball back by twisting her body and bringing her thumb down. Great cross-court shot.
So into serve for St. Henry, Ryan Busher. The little Spitfire as described by her coach. Tremendous serve. Popped in the air. Nice work by Barman. Barman has come in and done well.
She comes in and does her job blocking on that one. She was careful. Instead of taking a big swing, she used 2 hands to place that ball in deep corner.
Monroeville up 4, 11-7, 4th set. Backslide coming there in the big swing. Dug out Ontrop with that swing. Kept alive. Seafring dug out, back post by Potts. Daniel, back row swing. We're seeing really good volleyball right now. The block and then the dig, and here we go again. Seafring again, all kinds of power, popped in the air, overpass, and that was all that was needed right there, but a tremendous rally.
That was tremendous to see him digs off the face. keeping the ball alive. But right here, communication probably needs to be better, but Ontrop was there to make sure to make good contact.
Back to serve is Lange. Lange with another ace, as the ace category, I believe that's over 15 aces for St. Henry. Tremendous.
And that's what's going to help them bring it back, if they can keep up their aggressive serving and not get scared.
11-9. Jackie Klein predicted this when it looked like Monroeville was going to try to run away with set number 4. The service line brings St. Henry back in. Blocked and kept alive here by St. Henry. They go all the way across. Wow, that is just a tremendous, tremendous pass to Seafring.
What a hard play. You can see here in the replay, off the forearm, set out to Seafring. She was ready for the kill.
That was beautiful. Wow, the fire on the service. Yoder pushes it back row, finds the spot, and I got it right here.
We need to make a sub and put Dean in. He's ready to go. Great play, great hustle.
Look at the catch. There you go.
We are, yes.
Lions with the serve. 12-10 Monroeville. And point Monroeville. No, they'll say, yeah, point Monroeville, right?
Yeah.
Called it right.
Lydia Whirling, the setter, was really tight to the net and ended up double contacting that ball.
Service for Lions. Too deep. So a gift there for St. Henry when they needed one. They trail by 2.
Yeah, it's better to get the ball in, especially against a team here that serves as well as they do. And we've talked about Baiki, number 0. She leads in aces for this team.
7, at least 8 aces in the game. I mean, just an absolute killer. Lauren Baiki.
Her ball just barely spins, which causes it to float more.
The senior, wow. I might have this one too. Oh, almost had it off the fingertips.
See, Dean, I told you. They need to put you in.
13-13. You also told me that St. Henry is never out because their ability to serve, and you could never be more right than that. Yoder trying to find the spot, read perfectly. The cleanup there by Whirling. You've taught Whirling well to be there in support behind the blocker. She's been there every time that Yoder has tried to find that spot.
Oh yeah. And they've been watching her all game, obviously, score deep corner or short middle, so they've adjusted their defense accordingly.
This goes through the fingers of Yoder, and an infraction on the back row for Daniel. It'll be a point St. Henry. And St. Henry, what a comeback here. They're up 2, and their comeback has come through the service line.
Baiki is probably the best person to be on the line right now for St. Henry.
Wow, that just looks tough to handle. Yoder dug out. Lange's been really good on the digs. We'll get you caught up on the digs. A little bit of miscommunication there. And there's the dump. That is brilliant. Wow, what a dump there from Whirling. That is someone you coach. You have seen her save St. Henry behind the middle block and then the dump right there into an open space.
A very, very smart spot. We actually work on that when she comes to work with me. And that zone 4 dump it's a hard one to dig.
Trisha Rosenbach. I want to remind everybody, that is the mom of 6, including her baby who's only 2 weeks old. She is running on fumes, but she is energized by the St. Henry community, who has gone out of their way to get behind this team and show her support, fresh off the birth of their 6th child and the first girl after 5 boys. Tremendous story.
I'm sure she's been getting with her presence very pretty dresses and shoes, because she's had 5 boys. She needs to stockpile some of those girly things.
So well said. Dean Linke with Jackie Klein. We're here at the Nutter Center in Dayton. The OHSAA D4 semifinals. We say hello to Tim Street, who does such a great job for OHSAA. Met him back in 2007 when we worked for the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the all-time great people And always an honor for me to come back and work with you and Michelle and the gang. As a service error coming, and Monroeville will take it. Stops the bleeding a little bit. They're only down 2. They still got a shot at this.
Yeah, this serve after a timeout again kind of shifts momentum right into Yoder, who we've been saying her name a lot, serving again.
Lange with the initial dig. Dig there by Potts. Yoder really deep, hits it with so much power deep. It's simply amazing.
And again, out of system, she's able to score and not be balanced. It's incredible.
16-15, Yoder serving for the tie here in the 4th set. Seifring denied at the net. They go down the middle, Winner too deep. Oh, wait.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're going to overrule the back line judge.
They're going to overrule the touch. That's a very rare overrule, especially with a professional line judge. Let's see it, but I didn't see a touch either in that replay. But I agree with her dispute here, but unfortunately the up ref makes the final call.
Great look at Tricia Rosenbach, the head coach, not happy with the call. Good work by Kendra Snook. Definitely didn't touch anybody.
Yeah, I don't think it touched anything either. So it probably is the right call. Just an unfortunate break in momentum.
So Yoder serving with the 16-16 score. St. Henry pulls it, and St. Henry gets one back. Good poise, good composure for St. Henry.
Sometimes after a call like that, it can really amp up your adrenaline, and that's exactly what happened with Seifring there.
Seifring back to the service line with her team up 1 and up 2-1 overall. Seifring. Yoder. They continue to try to find Yoder for a big point. Yoder with the dig. Right side to Schaefer. Winner, back row dig. Kept alive, Daniel. Goes across court, Lange. St. Henry gets it back over. Yoder first touch. Lyons goes back to Daniel. An absolute crank from Daniel. Can I say wow?
That was a great play. They were in system there, so the setter was in perfect position to deliver that perfect set to Daniel. Great kill.
17-17. St. Henry up 2-1. St. Henry can win it if they win it here, and right down the middle, Gels. Gels is a pogo stick as well.
Coming inside, you typically see her on the outside pin. She's now running a 2-ball in the middle. I don't think they were paying attention to where she was standing, because that's a great play.
White, the flying dig. Yoder back to Daniel. That was a tough ball for Daniel, and she made it look clean. Gels dug out by Daniel, the overpass, and blocked. What a block right there by Lily Barman. Barman is ready for the big moment.
Yeah, we haven't said her name a lot, but every time that ball has come to the setter, she's been there. That's her job, is to make sure the setter doesn't dump, and she's done that now twice.
Great footwork by Barman to get over there. We got a good one here, 18-18, and point. St. Henry, good try by Lily White, but St. Henry gets the point. Gels is in fuego at the moment.
This is the point of a match that the adrenaline is pumping on both sides. You can feel it, the energy coming off the court. This is fun.
19-18, a floater, and that works. Wow, after all that heat, the floater works for a service ace and a 2-point lead for St. Henry.
Great serve Everybody, look at them jumping up and down. I don't think they expected that short serve either. Very, very smart by Lydia Whirling.
Nice job by our outstanding crew getting those reactions. It says it all as they're looking for a chance. Those reactions right there from Maddie Daniel. Tremendous response.
She's on the outside pin. She's on the right side pin. Every time she has received the ball, she has made a smart decision. Great setting by Lyon.
Daniel, pretty good serve. Gels! Wow! Gels absolutely crushing Monroeville here in this fourth set.
We are at court level, and this girl, I swear, her shoulders are over the net. That's how high she's jumping.
Yeah, that smile says it all for Gels. As it's 21-19, St. Henry 4 points away from a date on Saturday for a Division IV state title here in Ohio. Kept alive by Clark. They go back over to Yoder. Yoder trying to find a pocket. You saw the communication from Seafring as she got her feet set, and Seafring goes right through Daniel, and St. Henry 3 points away from a date on Saturday.
That was the best out-of-system transition I've seen from St. Henry. They did a great job of communicating.
St. Henry 22, Monroeville 19. St. Henry already with 2, trying to get their third to advance to Saturday's championship game. St. Henry led by Trisha Rosenbeck. 6 years, a record of 117 and 35, a career record of 190 and 149, assisted by Kylie Huseman, Ashley Kanapke, and Jenny Nyport. State champs 7 times, looking for their 8th state title in volleyball in the state of Ohio.
And you mentioned their assistant coaches, Kylie Huselman and Ashley Kanapke. They were part of the St. Henry State Championship teams, so they know what it feels like to be here and are definitely guiding these girls to stay composed and handle themselves on this big stage.
Good shot at that huddle as St. Henry going to try to finish off Monroeville. A great season for the Eagles under the direction of Kendra Snook, beating Dalton in 3 sets, Wellsville in 4 sets to get here. And now just 1 point away as Daniel couldn't handle it. And now that's when the pressure cooker is on.
Busher, if she's smart, is going to go at Daniel again.
Correction, 2 points away. My apologies, 23-19. Barman shoves it over. And pulling it off of Yoder. Now St. Henry is 1 point away. My apologies, Jackie.
Monroeville already looks down, but all they need is a pass to get it back. Busher, I expect here to go zone 1, right at Daniel again.
They go over to Yoder. Oh, what a finish from Yoder. That is absolutely clutch. How good is number 9, Grayson Yoder?
Yeah, she's carrying this team. They've got to switch their momentum right now because one side out for St. Henry results in the win.
24-20, Seafring. Kept alive here. Yoder again for the point. So Yoder back-to-back points when Monroeville's needed it. 24-21, 1 point at a time.
She keeps switching from the outside back to the middle. Here we see her in the middle, right through the blocker's hands.
So serving. And dunked right there at the net. Tremendous finish there by Schaefer.
St. Henry needs this timeout right here because Monroeville's got the momentum.
24-22 and a timeout. So it's 24-22.
Crucial point here. Potts is back to serve for Monroeville. Let's always it's kind of scary when you come out of a timeout and it's game point or set point. And in this situation, match point for St. Henry. She's got to get this serve in.
So serving St. Henry to advance to Saturday's championship game. Monroeville serving to keep it alive. Yoder has kept Monroeville alive here. Seafring, extra. Now Daniel gets it over. Again, St. Henry 1 point away from advancing the state championship game, and it goes deep. It's 24-23.
Montreux making that error just deep. St. Henry still has a chance here to win it right now.
St. Henry Seafring for the win. Dug out again to tie it, Monroeville. Schaefer cross court, popped in the air. Dug out again by Monroeville. Kept alive again by Lions. Daniel with a big swing. Pushed over Yoder. Yoder! And Yoder has tied it! Are you kidding me? 24-24. What a comeback by Monroeville.
Yoder, she loves the overpasses. Every time. She's there and puts it straight down.
Backside Seafring, and 25-24, St. Henry right back into match point situation here.
St. Henry has the advantage here. And with their serving skills, this could be it, Dean.
Serving for the shot on Saturday. Daniel, back row, tipped. Kept alive, Seafring for the win, and the win is there. St. Henry has advanced to the D4 state championship game on Saturday, winning 3-1 over Monroeville.
What a great matchup here. We saw the number 9 Seafring battling against number 9 Yoder today, as St. Henry takes the win, and we'll see them again on Saturday. Seafring is definitely their powerhouse. It's going to be fun to watch them compete against the winner of the next match that we will be calling next.
St. Henry 25-12. They lost the second set, came back 25-15, 26-24, and St. Henry will go for their 8th state championship title on Saturday as they knock off Monroeville. We'll step aside and have some interviews for you. Stay with us on NFHS Network.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but I mean, it's not like he's gonna know either. So.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be 50% less likely to use them.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Your actions in the stands impact participating students, including your child. Be respectful. Be supportive. Do your part in creating a positive and educational environment for everyone. To learn more, watch the Parent Seat video at the NFHS Learning Center.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more than 115 years, the OHSAA has promoted school sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, Remember the importance of also working hard in the classroom. Always give your best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these same lessons myself, I encourage our young people to focus on your academics so that you can continue the privilege of participating on your team. After all, the lessons that school sports teach us today will prepare you for the wins and losses in life tomorrow. Education is the key to life's successes.
Congratulations to both teams. A great season for the Monroeville Eagles led by Kendra Snook, but it's Trisha Rosenbeck's St. Henry Redskins that knock off Monroeville and continue their quest for their 8th state championship. It's now time to go to the third member of our crew, Michelle Mimna, who is standing by with one of the superstars of the day.
Okay, so Brianna, you're a senior, okay? You guys won the first set pretty convincingly. After that, after Monroeville kind of stepped things up, what was it like to be out there and know this was going to be a battle?
We knew it was going to be a battle coming in, but after that first set, I think we lost focus in the second set. So going into the third, we said that we had to be more aggressive. We had to keep our energy up. And once we did that, I felt like things started to change a lot. We started to get more momentum, and it just went from there.
And what would it mean to you? It's been a long time. It's been since 2015, right? When you were, what, in 7th grade, something like that? To bring a state championship back to St. Henry.
That would be amazing. I mean, everyone, I don't even know what to say. It's crazy to even think about, but we know that Saturday, whoever we play is going to be really a great game, and we have to stay focused. If we control things on our side, we'll be fine.
And Coach, congratulations. It was you were pacing. I call you a pacer. What was going through your head again after that first set, which was a pretty convincing win? Once it became more of a match.
I just wanted the girls to stay aggressive and play our game. I felt like the second game we kind of, like Bree said, we just lost some focus, and we, started to let them be the aggressive team, and we were more on the defensive end than the offensive end. And that's kind of our game, is to be the aggressive team. And so we just kept talking, we gotta be aggressive, and that changes everything once we start serving well and getting them out of system.
So obviously Brianna had a very nice game. What's another player or two on your team that you really felt helped you get over the hump here with this match?
I thought Carly Winter had an awesome game up in middle front for us. She was swinging, she was talking, she was moving, she was getting touches on the block. I thought Carly played amazing. Chloe really stepped it up there in game 4 and put down some balls there at the end when we really needed her to.
Well, congratulations again. You get to celebrate for what, 24 hours, and then you have to go back to work. Okay, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Great to have you on board as well. Dean Linke with Jackie Klein. One semifinal in the books, another semifinal to come. Your final thoughts on what we saw St. Henry do. Actually, we'll save it for when we come back. I want to thank Michelle, I want to thank Josh and Daniel and all the great folks working our crew. Jackie, you were on point, outstanding, and congratulations to St. Henry as they advance to Saturday's state championship game. We'll be back with South Webster at 25-1 and New Knoxville at 25-2 for semifinal number 2 as part of our coverage of the D4 semifinals for OHSAA volleyball right here on NFHS Network TV.